Hello students, Standard 7th English medium. Welcome back after 2 weeks holidays. I hope you enjoyed your holidays. Now back to the study. In maths we were busy with chapter 2, fractions and decimals, in which we already learned about the types of fractions, like all the fractions, proper fractions, improper fractions, and to convert the improper fraction into mixed fraction also, and the reverse also. Then we know the equivalent fractions, like fractions. Then we learn about the addition, subtraction, multiplication and even division of that fractions. We already learned the sums also regarding to it, and I hope you already note down the things. So now decimals. We know about the decimal, that when there is decimal point in the number, then those fractions are known as decimal fractions or the decimal numbers. Now, for decimal numbers, we know that the place value chart, place value, how can we put that? We know that in normal numbers, like in the whole numbers, we have only the numbers start from the right side. If you count, that is the ones place, tens place, hundreds place, thousands place, and so on. But now in the decimal numbers, we will have, after the ones place we put the decimal point, and then to the right of the decimal place the number is getting smaller by 10th part. So the next place after the tenth and the point, ones place and the points, is the 10th place, means 1 upon 10. Then hundredths place, that is 1 upon 100. Then thousandths place, that is 1000. 1 upon 1000. Now let's see how the numbers are formed using that decimal point. Look here, in the hundredths place is 3, tens place is 7, in ones place there is 2, in tenths place 5, hundredths place is 4, and thousandths place is 8. Then how can we write down that number? It is 372, because hundredths place is 3. So 300, 7 multiplied by 70, 2 multiplied by 1 is 2. 372.548. The place value of 5 is 1 upon 10, means 5 upon 10. Here 4 upon 100, and it is 8 upon 1000. So the number is 372.548. Similarly, if there is 6 here, 2, 0, 9, 3 and 2, then that number can be written as 620.932. Then if it is a 953028, also same 953.028. But look, different here, look, in the beginning there is 0. In 100 place 0, 7, 1, 2, 3 and 5. Then we don't write down that 071, because when the 0 comes in the beginning, it has no value. So you don't write down that 071, but here you will write down 71.235. But if the 0 is coming in between somewhere, we have to write it down. Therefore I took some different type of numbers here, so that you can understand it properly. So here you can see that in the beginning there is 0. We don't have to write down that 0. So we write down 71 means 71.235. Similarly here you can see that here also 0, here also 0. But that 0 we don't write down, but that is in the middle. So we write down 30 means 30.527. Here look there. 1, 3, 5, 3, 9 and 0. 0 is in the last. In the decimal number, if the 0 is at the last, if you write down or if you don't write down, it doesn't matter. It doesn't make any difference. So if you write down like 135.390 also write, or if you write down only 135.39, that is also not a problem. It is the same. Because sometimes we need it, then we put it. If you don't need, you don't put it. Because sometimes in the addition and subtraction, we have to make the same decimal places. And that time, if one number have 2 decimal places, if the other number have 3 decimal places, then we need to put that 0. Otherwise, it is not needed. So here 135.390 can be written as 135.39 or 135.390 also. Both are the same. So now here we write down as a place value and then the number. But now you can write down the same thing in the reverse order also. Means if the number is given, then we can write down its expanded form. Expanded form means with the place value of it. Look here, I took an example here that 375.912. Now if you want to write down in the expanded form, then we have to multiply each digit. We have to multiply each digit with its place value. With its place value. So you can see that here 375.912. 3 is in hundreds place. So it is equal to 3 multiplied by 100 plus 7 is in the tens place. So 7 multiplied by 10. 5 is in ones place. So plus 5 multiplied by 1 plus. Now after the decimal point, we move to the right side. Then the place value is 1 upon 10, 1 upon 100, 1 upon 1000 and so on. So here plus we write down after point there is 9. So 9 multiplied by 1 upon 10 because it is in the tens place. When the tens place, we have to multiply by 1 upon 10. Then after 9, number 1 is there. And 1 is in the hundreds place. So we write down 1 multiplied by 1 upon 100. And similarly, the last digit is 2. And it is in the thousands place. Therefore, we write down plus 2 multiplied by 1 upon 1000. So in the same way, whatever the number is given, you just can easily write down them in the expanded form. Just keep in the mind that on the left side of the decimal point, ones place, tens place, hundreds place and so on. And on the right side, tenths place, hundredths place and thousandths place. And therefore, we have to be very, very careful. Now, what when we have to compare the decimal numbers? We know how to compare the numbers without decimal, in which we start from the rightmost number, and then if the number of digits are not equal, we have to do that. But here you can see that for the first we compare the digits on the left of the decimal point. Means if two given numbers are there and we have to compare, we have to check which number is greater and which number is smaller. Then what can we do? First of all, we have to check the digits on the left side of the decimal number, and then start with the leftmost digit, which is on the left side, and then check how many digits are there. If there are 3 digits, 2 digits, then it is very easy. But if the number of digits are same, then check the first on the right side and on the left side. Then if they are equal, go to the right side, go to the right side, and so on. And then if all the digits on the left side are equal, then we move to the right side. And right side, check the first digit. If the first digit are equal, go to the second digit, and so on. Suppose we want to check that among 2.35 and 2.72, which is greater. So now here on the left side 2 is there. So we can't compare only with that thing. So we have to move on the right side. So right side first digit is 3 here, and then here in second number it is 7. We know that 7 is greater than 3. Right? 7 is greater than 3. And therefore, what is 7 here in the number? 2.72, and the other number is 2.35. So we can write down 2.72 is greater than 2.35. We already learned how to compare the decimal numbers. Now, what is the use of these decimal numbers? First we will talk about that, and then we will go to the exercise. So now when some numbers are used, for example, to give the examples of rupees and paise, kilogram and gram, kilometer and meter together, and then we express them in the form of decimal numbers. And then when we add them, when we subtract them, actually you already learn about it, so I'm not going in detail about it, that how to add the decimal numbers, what if the decimal places are not equal, what can we do while comparing is also. So now we will do the exercise, then whatever is confusion, maybe it will be clear, and if not, then you can write down in the comment section. So first, exercise 2.1, question number 1, which is greater? So here the pairs of the numbers will be given, and from that we have to decide which number is greater. First is 0.5 and the other number is 0.05. Now here you can see that the left side the digits are equal, so we have to go to the right side. Now first, to compare them, we see that the number on the left of decimal point are equal, say 0. So we have to check to the right side of decimal number. Here the number on right are 5 and 0. Now 5 is greater than 0, and therefore 0.5 is greater than 0.05. So here that was the first example, so I write down that in the detail, but we need not write down that in the details. So look in the second example, how can we write down? The second example is 0.7 and 0.5. So here 0 is on the left of both numbers. So check on right side. So here 7 is greater than 5. Therefore, 0.7 is greater than 0.5. So we don't have to go much in details that what is greater and what is smaller. Third pair is given like that. 7 and 0.7. Actually it is what was written here or, but I put comma, doesn't matter. 7 or 0.7. So 7 can be written as 7.0. So now 7.0 and the other number is 0.7. So now here you can see that on the left side, on the left of decimal point, 7 is greater than 0. Therefore, 7.0 is greater than 0.7. Here, if there is one number is the whole number and the other number is with decimal point, then first number without decimal number we have to put point and 0 behind it, means 7.0. So here we can comparing, while comparing you can see that both digits on the left are not equal. So here we can directly compare. Here we don't have to go to the right side. When the left side, when they are equal, only then we have to go to the right side. But here we can see that from the left only we can choose that 7 is greater than 0. And therefore 7.0 is greater than 0.7. Then the fourth pair is given like 1.37 and 1.49. So here on the left of decimal point, numbers are equal. Therefore, to the right of decimal point, the numbers are 3 and 4. 3 and 4. Now we know that 4 is greater than 3. So where is the 4 here? Therefore the number 1.49 is greater than 1.37. So it is very, very simple. When there is left side is equal number, then go to the right side. Check the first digit. First digit also if different, same number, then we have to go to the second digit and so on. So now the fifth one. Fifth one is 2.03 and 2.30. 2.03 and 2.30. So here also we have to compare only to the right, to the right side. So here 0 and 3 are there. 0 and 3 are there. And 3 is greater than 0. So we can write down that therefore 2.30 is greater than 2.03. And there is one number left that you can write down yourself also, the fifth one. So now it is easy to compare, so I hope you understand very well. And the last one you can write down yourself. So now here we are going to stop our video. After video you will get the PDF file. Whatever is there, you will write down in your notebook, and if there is confusion, write down in the comment section. Thank you very much.